So, hello everybody. This is a cast. This is a pre-cast assessment, you could say. Very early. I just sent out the congratulations to everybody that's playing and whatnot. So, I usually do this like right after the cast reveal, but that's in a couple days. So, I just wanted to do this because I'm super excited about the whole season, and I just picked out the tribes and whatnot. Usually I pick out the tribes like the day before because I just need to randomize them and I just go with it. But this time I had to like specifically pick out specifically pick out like each and every person for each tribe because of like the amount of friends that are in this fucking cast. It's insane. So it's a struggle for me, honestly. But I think I got a good combination with the least amount of friends to make this the most fair game possible. So yeah, you might expect this 6-person tribe thing to last a while, maybe four rounds. I don't know, maybe 4 or 3 rounds. We'll see, but I think it is very important that this is a 3-tribe season. So this season is the final season before All-Stars. Talking about All-Stars, it is so difficult having my season or like 9 seasons over the course of 5 years because like a lot of people aren't even like online to answer. So like a bunch of the new players from the last 2 seasons, they all accepted, but old seasons, it's very hard. I think I got like 4 of like the 10 that I wanted from like the first 5 seasons. So that's going to be a bit of a struggle, but we'll see. I got a couple weeks to deal with that shit. For now, I'm going to deal with this season because, it seems pretty interesting. So, yeah, I'm going to go through each person for now. Obviously, things can change. People can back out and whatnot, which is fine. I do have alternates for this one. Last season was a bit of an issue. We were supposed to have an 18-person cast, and the one person just dropped out last second to make it 17, and I didn't have an alternate on standby. So the 17th player I just told him sorry for telling you congratulations, you gotta go, you're not playing this season. So I don't want that to happen again. So I have at least 3 alternates ready to play. But let's move on to the first tribe of the season. This is very early, so I don't know the tribe names just yet and all that, but we'll get to know that soon. First player is Will. Whoa. Friends with Ben and Rick, and surprise, they're all split up. Basically, Will's a new player to the group game community, but I do think he's a pretty active guy, so he could be someone to watch for the future. And I'm pretty interested to see how he plays. I've never seen him play, so we'll see how he does. Next is Sam. Notice he was friends with Nikki, so they're split up. Sam is been all around 10 gauge for a while on a lot of group games. Seems like a very energetic personality, so I'm excited to see what he can do. If he can bring some energy to this season, bring some excitement. I'm excited to see what he can do. Next we have JH Rocky or Alex. I just found out that JH Rocky was Alex. I didn't know. I've spoken to Alex a lot. He plays a lot of mini games and whatnot, and I didn't know that was JH Rocky, but interesting enough. He's friends with Tim, so split them up. And Alex is like a super bubbly guy, not a bubbly guy, but a very nice and respectable guy and a very straightforward person. I think he's a very smart strategical player. He's not going to bring too much with in terms of personality and whatnot, but he's going to bring some, hero in vibes, So I'm interested to see how he plays and how he could work through this very interesting cast. Next we got Logan, who's friends with Ben, so they were split up. Logan, I don't know much about him. I've seen him around a bit in 10 gauge group games, so he is a pretty good player from what I'm aware of, but I don't have too much to say from him. But I'm excited to see him play. Next we got Abel, who's friends with Andrew, so split them up. Abel is actually, I love Abel. I love playing with him, but he's pretty I don't know if he's the most strategic player, but he is an interesting character. He's pretty funny, and I just love him. So like I just needed him on the series, and hopefully he could do well. I'm not expecting too much, to be honest, but hopefully he can surprise me and weasel his way through the end. Next we got Rubes, who is friends with fucking Fairy on the list. So they got split, but she also played in JB's series and also played with Jera, which I played with all these people, so I was aware of that. So I split all of them up. So Rubes is a very good player, knows how to play the middle, super sociable, super likable. So I think she could do very well in this series or in this season. So I'm expecting good things from her. Next we got, this is the second tribe for now. We got Cameron, Dr. Pepsi. Don't think he's friends with anyone, like at least on his list. So I was free to just put him wherever. So I put him here. Cameron is a good player. I think he gets out early though. Like I think he has a target on his back or whatnot, but I do think he's a good player. I think he could do well in a season like this, but you never know. I don't know how active he'll be, but I can tell he's super interested in the whole idea that it's an all-star or it's a preceding all-star game. So I think he'll work pretty hard for this game and work hard for the dub. And I'm excited to see what he can do. Next, we got Nick W98, or just Nick. Not friends with anyone that I'm aware of. Same here. I think he's a smarter player though. He knows how to play socially and very strategic. So I'm excited to see what he can do, but don't know too much about him. Next we got Ben. Ben is Ben is funny. Ben is very funny. I'm good friends with Ben, so I know he plays and whatnot. Very loud. Very very sneaky. So I'm going to be super excited to see how he can do, but I won't be surprised if he goes home early, because he's got a lot of people that usually gun for him because of his reputation. Next you got Nikki, or not Nikki, 333, friends with Lem Jam and Sam, so split those three up. Nikki's a very smart player, very, very smart, very social, very likable. Has the ability to, not to make moves but never be the target. So I'm excited to see what he can do. I won't be surprised if it's going to be Ben versus Nick in that tribe, but we'll see what happens there. Next we got BB5 Lover, or Jimmy, or James. I'm not sure what his name is, but he's playing my series. Playing in a series in Big Ben's with him, but we'll see how that works. And because I'm not on his tribe, so I don't really know how he plays, but I'm assuming he's a pretty good player if he got asked back for an all-star season. So yeah, I mean, not too much for me to say about him, but I do think he's a good player. I really think that every single person here is a very good player, and at least partially known in the group game community. So I'm gonna be saying like a lot of the same shit for most people. But next we got Andrew, who's friends with Abel, so split them up. Andrew plays a lot similar to me. He's kind of he knows how to make friends, super sneaky, and he's very very cutthroat in the way that he plays. People call him Rat Drew for a good reason. So he'll do whatever benefits him at the end of the day. So I'm excited to see what he can do, maybe make some surprising, interesting moves this season and, play a good game. And I think he can with this cast. I don't think he's a super big target, so we'll see. And that's it for the second tribe. The last tribe we got, starting off with Tim, Lions Den, friends with Alex and Sam, so split them both up separately. And Lions Den, honestly, I played with him one season. He's a very aggressive player. I always was, taken aback by how honest and upfront he was, which I do respect, but it's just not how I play. So it was very weird, but I'm excited to see what he can do this season. I'm for sure expecting him to be, at the forefront of a couple votes, maybe early on, unless he tries to change his game. But for now, I do think he's going to be a target coming in early. But we'll see if he can survive the vote, because I do know he's a good strategic player at the end of the day. Next, we got Jera. Jera is someone I just played with. Very, very good player. Very smart. Kind of new, so he isn't going to have a big target, which is very good. But he is a very intelligent player in terms of strategic ability. Not too big of a character, but I think that's going to be important in a season like this. So I'm expecting good things. Next, we got Jake or Lemjam. Lemjam is is the highest rated player that has ever played my season. He's 5th place, which is, good for him. But I think he's he has an amazing personality, in terms of character ability. So he's gonna, make this game super exciting. But I've actually personally never played with him, from what I'm aware of, or at least recently. So I don't know the full story, but I've heard a lot of interesting things about Lemjam or Jake. So I'm excited to see what he can do, and I'm excited to see what energy he can bring to the table. Next, we got Fairy Boss, and Fairy Boss is one of the people that I don't know too well, but he's friends with Rube, so gotta split them up. I'll see what he can do. I really don't know too much about him. Has an interesting name, I guess. And has some cool designs, but that's really it for me. Hopefully he can do well, and hopefully I can make a better assessment on how he plays this game. Next, we got Rick Dev. Rick Dev is friends with Will and Ben, so split all 3 of them up. Very interesting player, kind of new. He just needs to find his footing. I've played in a couple of games with him. He's not too loud of a player, but I think he's just, he needs to just get out of his comfort zone in order to win. I think he has the foundation to win a game and to really control shit, in group games, but he just needs to be more vocal about his gameplay and whatnot. So for now, I don't think he's going to do too well, but I think he's likable enough to get pretty far in this game. Yeah. Last but not least, we got Jeremy, JB. Honestly, I was so fucking happy when JB applied. It was very random. I did not know he was gonna apply, but I was super excited. Seeing one of the most known hosts play your game. It feels good. And I don't think I've seen JB play in about 4 years or so, which is pretty wild. So I want to see what he can do, how he's going to play this game. Although he'll obviously have a huge target on his ass, I think he could do well in a cast like this. So I'm expecting good things from JB. Hopefully he can do well. And we all know how good a host he is. He has a lot of friends from hosting, a lot of group game players have played his game, so that he's gonna have a ton of relationships. So it was nearly impossible for me to split him up with anybody, but I tried my best, and that's it. That's just my very preliminary opinions on every single person. Very basic, sorry about that, but I just really needed to get this off my chest, because honestly, I'm looking at every single person seems super interesting. I'm super excited for this, for what's going to happen before All-Stars, and I feel like I don't need to do too much in terms of twists and whatnot to kind of propel this game further, just because of the cast, but we'll see what happens with that. Hopefully I could fix this All-Stars situation that I have and get 18, worthy players. Luckily, I do think this cast is good enough to get at least maybe 4 to 5 players from this season going into All-Stars. So I'm not too stressed, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully I can have an equal delegation of people from each season that I've hosted. So we'll deal with that later. Hope you guys enjoyed listening to this, and I'll see you guys soon. I might even make a cast reveal assessment, but if not, this is what you're gonna get, and I'll probably see you guys at the final 12 or something final 14 or something like that, tribe swap. So yeah, see ya.